this is JC here. Just doing a bit of filming here. Yeah, and basically I'm on a little mission today. Let's see what we got. JC toolkit here. Nothing much by the looks of it. Must be in the back. So we're actually here on the Trentham estate. I know nothing about this place other than it's private property. Okay, so I'm just gonna get hold of a drone. The camera, and then we're off filming, lads. Okay, so at the moment, like I say, I don't know much about this place at all, but suffice it to say that we are on private property, potentially. Back in the day, this used to be some kind of estate of some kind of what do you call them? Nobleman, noblewoman. So what we're doing, we're just making our way off-site. Okay. I'm not going to announce myself to anyone. Just going literally off-site now. Frankie and Benny's have a presence here. And yeah, we just try and find out a little bit of the history of this place. Maybe there's something special about it. I don't know. But literally, we're going to get off their site. I see there's a home and garden thingy going on here. See, welcome to Trentham Entrance and Parking, Home and Garden Trentham. It's a lovely little arch there. Thank you for visiting. And so what's this here? Oh, hello. Notice of application planning provision affecting the setting of listed buildings and or the character of conservation areas of the town and country planning. This is building Act 1990, section 67 and 73, so available on legislation.gov.uk if you want to check that. So here we go. Proposed Development Act, planning, blah 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 blah. Okay, so land to the west of the Italian Gardens tea rooms. That's the application number. That's the company that runs this place. That's the operative borough council. And the retention of 5 dining pods. Yeah, okay. Land to the west of the Italian Gardens, and there's another little development change. That's Unit 34, Trentham Retail Village. Application for shopfront alteration to align with the occupier requirements. Okay, so that's essentially that one, and then here it's the retention of 5 dining pods. Catering service unit and associated access and landscaping. Okay, so and the 2 application numbers are that one, and the one for this one is that one. Alright, so you can check up that at your own leisure. So why are they displaying it here? So maybe that this is now public, okay? It's interesting though, on the way in, and I'm just looking here at this here, look at this. DS Systems ironwork here, and then here. You are entering private estates. Okay, so there we are. So technically speaking, I think this area here is defensively public. However, I'm just going to have a little bit of a wander further up to see what the crake is. Trentham main entrance. Okay. Trentham Estates down there. Telegraph spot, yeah, leading whole of Pisa. Monkey Forest, always a good thing to see our cousins. I hope they're taking care of them. Fantasy wire. Let's have a little wander down here because I don't like filming near main roads, just for the obvious thing, just like, you know, not super near them anyway. Let's have a look down here. Busy roundabout. Okay. So this is kind of a way, and it's another lovely sunny day. It's perfect for drone flight. Here we have great line of sight, car park, and get a good sort of unmolested view of things. So let's just do quick check of drone assist and that. Right, it's a lovely tree here. Look at this. This is amazing. This is just amazing. Look at that tree. That is at least 150, I'd say, to 200 years old. That thing. That's a nice old tree. Look at that. We'll just give it a pat. Mushroom there? No. It's incredible, look at that. And this is a plant essentially. Look at that, that's severe, that is. Ivy growing on it, that's brilliant, that is, isn't it? Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do a check on drone assist. Depending, I might have to pause the video and break my my usual promise to YouTube, to my audience about keeping the camera rolling, because I might have to break that, because unfortunately I've had to. Ooh, where's that? Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dolly. Brilliant. That all helps, you know, for my viewership that enjoys Battenberg, because I know there's Battenberg fans out there. I'm not talking just hate. Although, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to pause the video, guys, and just get myself cleared from a safety point of view, and I'm going to pick up from this angle in a few ticks. Lads, I'm having to walk back on site because there's a bit of an error with my electric car, so I'm going to have to go back and see what the problem is. So this time, yeah, see me walking back on site, and I'm actually going to keep this rolling here. What we're going to do is we're going to get this in an angle like so, and hopefully that can. Oh no, that can't do it. I was hoping that we can actually attach this to my body harness, but my body harness is broken, so it's been broken for a while. Yes, such is life. So we go back on to the property of Trentham, or whatever it's called, Trentham. And maybe we can just find out a little bit about the site while we're actually doing it. Walking in, I mean. Let's have a little look. First of all, I'd like to check drone assist, so we're going to do that. Drone assist. Drone assist. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Ha ha ha. I have never seen anything like this for a while. Oh, hang on. Okay. Just lads, just take a look at this. Can you see that on screen? So we're under Stoke-on-Trent, near Trentham. You can see the lake there. I don't think that's in focus or anything. But yeah, so it's literally just says follow drone code. Normally it says high risk for me because I'm flying in quite areas that have restricted restrictions, not near restrictions, and near controlled airspace. So especially and sometimes in controlled airspace, CTR zones. But yeah, so there you go. So just heading over now to not to Manchester anyway. So that's where we are there. Yeah. So kind of a little bit out of my stomping ground, but it's good to travel around, isn't it? So let's see what's up with this electric car and why it's not charging. Is it because I've been naughty and I've been cheating on the Tesla superchargers in favour of third-party chargers? And Tesla has not liked it for some reason. I don't know. Down here somewhere, hang on. Go over here. Really is quite busy, but never mind. Wait for Mr. Whiteman. It's actually a 10-mile-an-hour speed limit now here. People are cracking along. Actually cracking along here. So here we go. So approaching the good old the steed of auditing. We'll have a look and see what's going on here with the charging. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Dead as a dodo. Alright, let's see if I can revive this now. Right, so it's white, that means charge. So let's have a look, see if it wants to charge. Blue, and it will go from blue to red if there's an error, or blue to green if there's no error. Okay, so there is an error. So let's go to the Let's go to the dashboard and see if we can see what the error is. Unable to DC charge or supercharge, disconnect and retry. Okay. How interesting is that? So I'm going to try another store. So we disconnect. And you're seeing it all live on YouTube, all sorts of... This rarely happens actually. I've maybe experienced this a few times in my charging life. Usually people might tell you if there's an error with a supercharger, but we'll see here. So I'm just going to put camera here. And then see a nice picture of the windscreen now as I just bring the car forward and just put it in another bay. Let's see what this says. So we're trying this bay now, see what happens, see if there's anything interesting or unusual with this charging session now. Right, there we are, we're parked in, come out a little bit. Flip the hatch. And see what the crack is here. Right, I might need my charging adapter as well, which I should have put down here. Because what I'm doing, now this is an old version of a Tesla, and Tesla old versions don't really accept the new ones unless you've got an adapter. So that's what I'm using now, an adapter here. So we just put that down there. So plug it in. And then turn it around, and hopefully we can get that then to mate up with here. And hopefully now, if it goes red again, I'm worried because it's probably the car. No, thank God. Okay. I can't tell you how relieved I am. I'm slightly annoyed, but that's a totally first world. Yeah, so there we have it. So we go back outside. All this is, you can write a letter of complaint if you like. Why is JC's audit extra boring today? He had to return to his car. Please sort out the stall. Just a small email would do it, you know, just to the Trentham estate. You know, please ensure if you know, this is 2023, if you're going to install superchargers, especially, you know, second generation superchargers, please ensure that they are working so that members of the public aren't delayed from their, you know, enjoyment of your site, because I am essentially on their site regardless whether I'm spending money or not, and it's now caused me to interrupt my audit to come back here to charge. So anyway, so this is charging. Let me check it on my other phone, and you can see, hopefully see it's charging. This is just for the journey down. So I just thought to do this on the way down, so that, you know, I'm not afraid, showing that, you know, this is my vehicle, you know, so that people can actually identify me. I know some auditors don't wish to be their vehicles to be identified, which is absolutely fine. I mean, I don't publicise my registration mark, but if anyone wants to take pictures of it on the way down, if they see it outside, now they know it's my vehicle, then absolutely fine, they can do that. I have no problems with that at all. But yeah, otherwise I do like to keep myself private. As a private individual, I believe we have that right to remain private. So yeah, so let's just check on the Tesla app to see whether things are indeed working here. So there's the app there. Looks like things are working. They're charging at 74 kilowatts, which is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I was paying 64p per kilowatt, or 65p per kilowatt yesterday. Did about 20 kilowatts, so it's about 30 quid or something like that. But yeah, I've already charged 10 miles just speaking to you now. So let's make our way off-site. Keep the camera rolling, because that is one of the policies of this channel. Keep camera rolling, and yeah, and hopefully we shall be getting Jimmy up sort of shortly. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? So yeah, so let's head back off site. Vehicle charging. Let's head back off site here. The smell is delicious. I think that's coming from Frankie and Benny's actually. They've probably got some. Oh damn! Maybe I should go in there. But I do have work to do, to be fair. And that work consists of getting Droney up. What Droney's name is, Jimmy. Getting Jimmy up in the air. And then, yeah, getting Jimmy up in the air and hopefully seeing a little bit of the site. It might not be much, might be just the car park, but the main factor is that we as citizens of this country, the United Kingdom, have the right to create material. I wouldn't say it's a legal right, okay, because it obviously depends on what material you're creating and the context of it. But as a rule, we can film in public whatever the eye can see in public. There are exceptions to this, okay, but as a rule, that is what we're allowed to do. Okay, so we're allowed to get our camera out in public, on a public street. This is now currently public access. Okay, so as you can see here, private estate. However, well behind me on that lamppost is notices to build, which you've seen earlier. Yeah. So we're going to make our way back towards that wonderful, majestic tree that's been living at least 150 years, and we will be certainly alive after I have passed away. There's no doubt, well, in my mind there's no doubt about that. Long after I've been cremated, that tree is still going to be standing. Okay, anyway, enough of my morbid thoughts. Some people might say it's realistic, some people would say it's morbid. I just don't. CSH Transport, yes sir! Yeah, it's got a nice little mascot. And there we have it, lads, there we have it. So look at this wonderful, wonderful tree that I'm talking about. Yeah, amazing tree. Gorgeous, almost twisted. You can see the way the trunk sort of rotates. Can you see the way the detail of the trunk actually rotates there? You see what it twists up and it's sort of grain. I would say it's a grain of the wood, but can you see how it starts down in bottom left and sort of kind of rotates and twists up? God, if I can find any reason why it would do that. That's just as crazy, just to see that sort of pattern of grain. Maybe one of the viewers could comment on that for me, since I'm a bit ham-fisted at this Wikipedia nonsense and don't really get a chance to do this very well. Before I continue with this audit, I just want to double check my app to see if it is indeed still charging, and it does indeed say it's charging there. You can see the car charging. Yeah, and if any of you got any questions about Tesla, and since I do drive it, and there's been some interest in me driving the car around, then I'm very happy to answer it for you, just to demystify a few things, not particularly about electric cars, but more particularly about older Teslas, especially like the one that I drive. I am going to now. I don't really have a body cam, unfortunately, because I like to give up one of my phones. But what I can say is I'm going to be just getting Jimmy ready and using his phone as a way to help me get Jimmy up. Without any further ado, I mention his name, and you know what's coming next. Switch to that drone footage.
The rotors are spinning nicely. Everything is okay. Tree to our left. Let's rise up following the tree. Beautiful, beautiful tree. Straight up and switch. We're in insane mode. Let's proceed forward. Proceeding over the site. Sharp turns. Car park there to our left. And you can see nice wooded areas, forest and hills sloping in the background. People milling around the roundabout where I was filming earlier. As you can see, the roundabout is quite busy, as it's the car park, and we have the nice grounds there, and the large pond or lake. Whether that's artificial, I don't know. The car park looks like it could be pushed further back, so maybe that's an area for further development, because we know that there's some developments that are going to happen. You can see the chargers there, and I think you can see my vehicle. Just try and get a zoom in on that. Yeah, it's fairly clear. Charging away now happily, as the other entitled people also charge their electric vehicles. Of course, they're becoming more and more popular now. So the areas look very nice. Look like it's like a chalet environment. Doesn't really remind me of the UK. The low roofs almost look Swiss, but that is a rather English garden. Let's get a zoom in on that. It does look slightly French, and I think the French really invented the lawns, made popular by kings. Louis VI, maybe? Who knows? Gardens at Versailles were really something that everyone wanted to have, so they started having their own lawns. The little tower there looks very continental, as does the buff-coloured building there. sloping hills. Greenery in the horizon. Hope the drone's 4K camera is picking up this in some detail. It's hard to know. The horizon looks flat, which is great for this drone, because often there is a fault with this one. That's the area for potential redevelopment there. Let's hope they do something with that. I'm sure they will. Of course, the company that bought this land is big into their redevelopments. They were very successful over COVID. Provided a refuge for staycationers and also helped the local community, as I understand. That's off their website. I'm sure the locals can tell the story if there's anything else to add, but definitely got some quite good vibes from this place. You kind of get the feeling like it is a bit Cheney, a bit Dick Cheney, and is kind of plonked on like bolt-ons to what is a very grand and noble estate, and it still manages to retain its noble character. And certainly these low roofs and walkways for people do give it a kind of charm, villagey almost. The lush scenery there. Really is set among quite a bit of greenery. And apologies for the quick turns. Hope you're not too dizzy. But despite the chaniness of it and, you know, shopping estate sort of vibe, it's perhaps what people want, judging by the amount of cars here. They want trusted names, Frankie and Benny's, etc, etc. I love the colour of those roofs there, the low roofs. Let's just wander over there a little bit more. Not too busy now, but it's a fair footfall of people around. And of course we have line of sight. Just doing a twist there, reverse twist. So you can get an idea of where people are going, what it looks like, without indeed walking around. So if you're thinking of visiting this place, I'd say from the air it looks rather nice, quite spectacular. Definitely worth a visit. Got their waste there. I hope they're sorting everything out at source. Because of course, if you're sorting out your recyclables early on in the chain, it really does pay. To help you be more environmentally friendly. So I hope these different concerns have an interest in that aspect. We won't land just yet, we'll just check the drone looks good. Everything looks fine and steady. Slightly windy, but not too windy to fly, so I think we'll just put her up in the air.